Hi peeps, it's Tersse back on the old spot box once again, and I'm here to talk about trickle-down economics. This is a comparison kind of thing as well, a bit like my last video. So let's compare what trickle-down economics meant maybe 200-300 years ago or 400 years ago in the United Kingdom, when kings and lords and people who owned castles and all the land around them was theirs, and the people in that land worked for them, and basically they took everything from those people to make themselves rich, because the king demanded that they pay so much tithe to him so that he could build an army and therefore supposedly protect the nation against an invasion from France. But most of the time what he was doing was he was actually spending quite a lot of time buying silk from overseas and gold from overseas and jewels from overseas to make jewellery and clothes that he could look kingly in, and the reason he had an army was basically so that he paid them, the army did what he told them, he would make sure that nobody came and took his crown off him and took his place. So that's really what that was all about. There was no trickle down economics, it was basically flood up. Everybody who made anything paid something to the king became rich, he filled his coffers, he then had a war chest, and he could decide, oh, I'm actually going to go and have these gigantic fucking wars, and by the way, you're not only going to send me money up the line, you're going to send me people up the line. Every lord, every little fucking little area that had some sort of landowner, you had to say that you would send him 8 men from every village, to fill his army, and so there was no such thing as trickle down. The king was at the top, and the money didn't trickle down for the king, it all flooded up. And this is what you're getting now, today. I mean, we are living in the age of kings that aren't called kings. You know what I mean? No, they're not called kings anymore. They're called, I can't remember the fucking name because I'm very, very drunk. But they're called, I suppose, kings of fucking empire, kings of, ingenuity, fucking hell, it's not the words I'm looking for. I should maybe have thought this video out before I started it, but they're what do you call it? Fucking hell. The people who build things anyway, the Mitt Romneys of the world, they are the elite, they're the top, they are the lords of fucking making shit, you know what I mean? And so they think they deserve to be at the top and all that money to flood up to them. And they keep saying, well, if only you flood more money up to us, more will trickle down to you. But it never trickles down. In good times and bad times, the people at the bottom still fucking scrimp and scrape to make ends meet. Even the best days of fucking, the empire in Britain, we had poor people and their children starving to death in the streets. And even today in America, supposedly the most affluent nation in the world, the most affluent nation in the world, the richest nation, you have people who are so poor they can't afford to feed their own children. They can't afford to feed their children. They have to fucking say that another time. The most fucking rich, affluent nation in the world has got people so fucking poor they have children they can't afford to feed. Now don't get me wrong, we still have people who live in poverty in the United Kingdom. Guaranteed that we have people who live in poverty. But you know what we don't have? We don't have a single person in this country who can't walk into a fucking hospital and get the full fucking hospital care they need. We don't have a person that can't go to a fucking dentist and say, I'm too poor to pay for your dental work, but please, I've got an abscess or I've got a fucking broken tooth, please fix it. We don't have a single person in this country who can't walk into a dentist and say, I've got two missing teeth at the front of my tooth, my face that makes me look ugly, can you please give me a plate with false teeth on it that makes me look like I've got a full set of teeth, and get it for free. For free. If they can't afford it, they get it for free. People die in America because they can't afford fucking healthcare. People die in America because they get abscesses that poison their fucking system and kill them. 44,000 people in America die every year because they can't afford health care. They can't afford to see a dentist, they can't afford to see a doctor. We may have people die in this country because they don't go to see a doctor, but the point is in our country is they died because they chose not to go and see a doctor. We do have people who would rather live on the fringes of our society. We do have, we call them in Britain, I don't know what you call them, down and outs. They don't want to live in the house, they don't want to have anything to do with society, they deliberately live on the fringes and don't want to be part of you know, normal life. And because of that, you know, when they're discovered and picked up and forced, you know, yeah, we force people to go through medical treatments. I mean, if we find someone on the street who, you know, faints, collapses, and, you know, they're a down and out person, and the reason of collapse is because they're suffering from, you know, kidney failure or whatever, we take them to a hospital and we treat them for it. We treat them, we get them well again, but they don't have anywhere to go and live. The best thing we can do is, you know, we release them into society, into maybe a flop house, you might call it in America. They go there, you know, they treat for it, and then they go out one day and disappear back into their normal life, you know, and they stop taking the medication, and then they become a problem for society again because they faint or collapse on the street and get taken to a hospital. But that's because they choose to do that. It's not because we say to them, you're ill and we're not going to fucking treat you, you know what I mean? But that's what you get in America, you know what I mean? In America, well, we're not going to treat you until you collapse. The problem that America has is it has lost its fucking soul. It's lost its fucking soul, man. If it ever had it. If America ever had a fucking soul, it lost it. Somewhere down the line, America lost its soul. It has no idea of social contracts. It even reneges on its social contract with its own fucking warriors. Yes, its own veterans. It's even reneged on fucking looking after its own fucking soldiers, its own warriors who fucking protect it from invaders from across the world. How the fuck can you ask someone to go and put their life on the line for you, and then when they come back injured, you cut the money to the organisations that look after them, and think that's a good thing? It's a good thing to cut that money because it helps us to pay for fucking a tax break for the fucking millionaires and billionaires who don't need the tax break. Even if you were to turn around to your billionaires now and say, do you know what, you've got too much money, we're going to take 50% off you, it wouldn't make a fucking dent in their lives. It wouldn't make them sort of, oh man, oh, I'm going to suffer, I'm going to starve to death. No, they wouldn't starve to death. They just wouldn't have another £1 billion in the fucking bank. You know, if someone's got £5 billion in the bank and you take £2.5 billion off them, well, all they've got now is £2.5 billion in the bank. If they weren't using that £2.5 billion to do anything, I mean, it's not as if they needed that £2.5 billion to buy fucking steak or fucking vegetables, tomatoes, or, you know, put petrol in their car to get to work. It's just £2.5 billion sitting in the fucking bank. If you take it off them, how have you changed their lives? Apart from the thought in their heads that their lives have changed. Oh, I don't have £5 billion in the bank now, I only have £2.5 billion in the bank. Oh, I'm sure that's a fucking terrible fucking burden on you. You know what I mean? But it's not like I've said I want the whole £5 fucking billion and all your houses and all your cars off, you know you've got to fucking look for food out of a dumpster. I'm not doing that to them. So how does it fucking fuck their lives up? Especially if it's going to increase the fucking ability for the next generation. You know what I mean? 3 million kids to get educated so that they could fucking keep your fucking streets fucking updated, keep your fucking shit off the fucking roads, you know what I mean? Stop your local area from stinking like a fucking shit house, you know what I mean? I suppose you could just sack all your fucking police, sack all your firemen, sack all your police, sack all your fucking bin men, you know what I mean? And just let people throw this shit out in the street like they used to do fucking 300 years ago. Bargaloo! No, and fucking a pot of shit and piss out the fucking window. Oh, that'd be great to go back to those fucking days, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's just not have fucking MD working the pumps to work your fucking flushing toilets, to work your fucking systems, to work your fucking, your sewers. Let's just let them clog the fuck up, you know what I mean? Let's not pay them to go down there and unclog them. Let's just let them clog up so that you fucking... You go in and have a shit one day and flush your toilet and it fucking backs up and floods into your toilet, shit and piss all over your fucking floor, and you've got to clean it up, you know what I mean? You can't call the council to come and sort it out. You can't call a plumber because, well, we've sacked all them. We just put them all on the fucking door because we can't afford them. Because the rich motherfucker with £5 billion fucking pound in the bank wants another £1 billion in the bank this fucking year. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's not have MD looking after the fucking system that we have built, you know what I mean? Let's have that problem where you fucking have a glass of water out your tap and it fucking poisons you. And you go around drifting and farting all fucking day because you've got a fucking, an intestinal fucking fungus, you know what I mean? An intestinal biological fucking, fatty fucking throwing up fucking disease, you know what I mean, in your water tap, you know what I mean? Because nobody decided to put any fucking, any chemicals in the water plant down the road, you know what I mean? Because you start that fucker, you know what I mean? Who needs somebody to run the water plant? It runs fine, you know what I mean? Let's just sack him and let's just let the water run through the pipes by itself. And when the pipes rust and have holes and the water doesn't come through your tap anymore, well yeah, I can always go to the supermarket and buy water there, can't I? Except there's nobody in the fucking factory filling bottles of water anymore because we sacked all them as well. Because there was no real need to have people in the fucking factory filling bottles of water because I've got water coming through the tap until it doesn't come through the tap. I mean, these are the fucking crazy fucking shit you get from fucking, people who, small government, we've got to fucking shut the government, we've got to stop all these people. Why are we paying fucking firemen when there's no fires? Why are we paying policemen when nobody's attacked me for fucking 6 months? You know what I mean? Why are we paying people to look after my water fucking taps when the water's fucking pouring through my tap perfectly fine? And anyway, I don't fucking use it, I buy bottled water down the fucking road. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's just sack them all. Let's just sack everybody, you know what I mean? In fact, why do we have fucking people in the House and the Senate? Let's just sack the House and the Senate. They're not doing anything. They've spent the last fucking 4 years arguing with each other and doing nothing. Filibuster. I can filibuster at home, you know what I mean? I can tell you, I don't want to do that, fuck off. Let's just sack them all. If they're not doing anything, you don't need them to be there. If they're not just filibustering, then, well, look, they can just filibuster them not being there. Let's just sack them all, get rid of the politicians, you know what I mean? Let's get rid of the presidency, let's just wipe it all, let's just not have anything except fucking the churches and the fucking army, you know what I mean? That's all you need in America, isn't it? The churches and the army. And the army, I suppose, is going to do what the church tells them, you know what I mean? Which is going to be, I don't know, attack fucking Iran, and then attack North Korea, and no, let's just send a couple of nuclear bombs over to Iran and just let them know how we really feel about them and fucking Israel, you know what I mean? Yeah, fucking brilliant, America, and that's fucking how to fucking deal with, international politics, isn't it? You've got the nuclear bomb, why not fucking use it? It's just sitting there in the storehouse. You know what I mean? Taking up fucking space. We've got to pay people to look after it. Let's sack them and use the fuckers. Let's just bomb fucking people all around the world. That's the way to fucking do it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Yeah, yeah, right. It's like these are the crazy fucking Republican fucking brains you've got in the world, man. I feel better after having got that off my fucking chest, I really do. Anyway, so that's the choice you've got today, Do you want people like Obama who actually think that other people don't always respond to being fucking punched in the face? Or do you want people like Romney who think, oh, they're going to respond to being punched in the face because God's on my side? Yeah, God told me to punch him in the face, therefore it's got to be the right fucking thing to do. Yeah. And he'll eventually listen because God will make him listen. Even if my God isn't his God, you know, God will make him listen. And the media in America goes along with this fucking shit. Why? Well, we all know why the media in America is fucking shit. Because it's not independent. It's owned. American media is fucking owned by the millionaires and billionaires who want that fucking tax cut. And if anybody dares to say something against their fucking views of the world on their TV station that they own, well, they're fucking sacked. That's why you don't have any journalists anymore in the American media. You don't have any true journalists. I mean, MSNBC, yeah, you've seen a few of them turning around. I mean, Martin Bashir was a complete prick about fucking 2 or 3 years ago. Over the last 2 or 3 years, he's suddenly become a fucking lion. A complete lion. Oh my God, he's roaring now and talking out about how bad the Republicans are. I don't know who fucking took him off his leash, but fucking 2 or 3 years ago, Martin Bashir was a complete prick. Now, I'm like, oh fucking hell, Martin Bashir, he's fucking talking sense. He's fucking actually calling out these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Down Rattigan, I suppose, you know, I mean, he's only been gone for about, you know, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. Down Rattigan was doing that 2 fucking 3 years ago. He was doing what Martin Bashir was doing now. I'm just wondering how long Martin Bashir's got before he gets sacked. Before he's forced to go to fucking Current TV or some fucking place, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry to see, you know, and what the fuck's with that morning fucking Joe? What the fuck do you want, MSNBC, what the fuck do you want a Republican fucking, you know, has-been, you know, fucking, you know, talking point prick on fucking, what the fuck's that about, MSNBC? Why have you got Morning Joe, that Joe prick on there? His head's going to explode when fucking Obama wins and Mitt Romney doesn't. He's on his, you know, it's blatant the numbers again, you know, it's like, yeah, well, you know, it's possible these numbers are fake. You know what I mean? Fuck off, Joe, you fucking cocksucking prick. You know what I mean? And please, stop with that stupid blonde bitch. The kid's on, she's Democrat and can't control Joe. I'd love to just see her turn around one day and grab him by the fucking, well, he does wear a tie, but no, grab him by the collar and smack him in the fucking face. Joe, shut the fuck up. You're talking over me too much. She hardly gets a word in fucking edgewise by that fucking prick. You know what I mean? Anyway, so long as you fucking vomit.